Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 16 on basic statistics. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about relative measures of dispersion. The measures of dispersion which we have discussed so far are known as absolute measures of dispersion. So if we recall, we have discussed these measures of dispersions: range, interquartile range, quartile deviation, mean deviation about given average, and variance or standard deviation. So all these measures are known as absolute measures of deviations. Absolute measures of deviations. Now, if we are familiar with absolute measures of deviations, then using these measures we can decide the variability in a given set of data. But suppose we have two data sets, then if we want to compare the variability, or if we want to compare the consistency or homogeneity of two data sets, or we may have three or more also. So if we have more than one distributions or more than one data sets, then these absolute measures of deviations are not good for comparing the variability of more than one data sets. For example, suppose we are interested in the comparison of wages of employees of two different companies. Then suppose wages of these companies are given in rupees and wages of these companies are given in dollars. Then absolute measure of deviation depends on the unit. So whatever absolute measure we will find here, that will be in terms of rupees, and whatever absolute measure we will find for this company, that will be in dollars. So it is not comfortable to use absolute measure to compare the variability or consistency of more than one data sets. So for comparative analysis, we require that type of measure which is dimensionless or it does not depend on the unit. So for that we have relative measures of dispersion. So today we are going to discuss different types of relative measures of dispersion. So for each absolute measure we can define the relative measure of dispersion. So relative measure of dispersion for absolute measure of dispersion is known as coefficient of that measure of dispersion. For example, if we want to talk about relative measure of dispersion corresponding to this range, then that relative measure is known as coefficient of range. Similarly, relative measure corresponding to quartile deviation is known as coefficient of quartile deviation, and same thing for mean deviation and standard deviation. So using all these measures, relative measures, we can compare the variability of two or more data sets. So now we try to understand that what are the differences of these different types of measures of dispersion. So here I have made a partition. Here I have written absolute measures of dispersion. Here I have written relative measures of dispersion, and I have written the differences. For absolute measures of dispersion, we say that they measure the actual amount of variation in a set of data, and relative measures of dispersions are used to compare the variation in several sets of data. So this is the main difference. Relative measures are used to compare the variation in several sets of data. Absolute measures are used to measure the actual amount of variation in a single set of data. Second difference is absolute measures always depend on units and relative measures are always dimensionless. They are sometimes called coefficients of dispersion. So we will remember that relative measures are not having units, they do not depend on units. Absolute measures always depend on units. And these are the absolute measures of dispersion: range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation. And corresponding relative measures of dispersion are: for range it is coefficient of range, for quartile deviation it is coefficient of quartile deviation, for mean deviation it is coefficient of mean deviation, for standard deviation it is coefficient of standard deviation. So here I have written absolute measures of deviations, and on this side I have written corresponding relative measures of dispersion. We have discussed all these measures of dispersions which are absolute, and we have discussed methods of computing these absolute measures of dispersion. Now onwards we are going to discuss that how to compute relative measures of dispersion and how to use relative measure of dispersion to compare the variability of several sets of data. That we are going to discuss in upcoming lectures. So now we write down the definitions for these relative measures of dispersion. Relative measures of dispersion. First measure is coefficient of range. So it is defined as largest value minus smallest value divided by largest value plus smallest value. If we recall that range of a given data is given by largest value minus smallest value, and coefficient of range is given by largest value minus smallest value divided by largest value plus smallest value. So therefore this is dimensionless. Okay, it will not have any units. Similarly, coefficient of quartile deviation is given by Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. If we recall the definition of quartile deviation, it was given by half of interquartile range, that is half of Q3 minus Q1, and coefficient of quartile deviation is defined as Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. Similarly, coefficient of mean deviation is defined as mean deviation divided by average about which it is calculated. So if we recall the definition of mean deviation, then mean deviation was defined as mean deviation about average. Suppose we consider average A, then it was defined as sigma absolute value of absolute deviations of variable from assumed mean, assumed average, and divided by total number of observations. So here this average A is either mean, median or mode. So if we are using mean as average A, then we will divide mean deviation about mean by mean, and we will obtain coefficient of mean deviation about mean. So coefficient of mean deviation about mean is equal to mean deviation divided by mean. Similarly, coefficient of mean deviation about median is mean deviation divided by median, and coefficient of mean deviation about mode equal to mean deviation divided by mode. So for coefficient of mean deviation, we will divide mean deviation by that average which we are using to compute mean deviation. And then last one is coefficient of standard deviation. So that is given by standard deviation divided by mean. So we will remember these definitions of relative measures of dispersion. They are easy to remember. Again we repeat, coefficient of range is largest value minus smallest value divided by largest value plus smallest value. Coefficient of quartile deviation equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. Coefficient of mean deviation equal to mean deviation divided by average about which it is calculated, and coefficient of standard deviation equal to standard deviation divided by mean. Now among all these relative measures, standard deviation is the best measure of dispersion for comparing the variability or homogeneity or heterogeneity of two or more data sets. We generally compute the coefficient of standard deviation unless asked otherwise. That is, if we are given two or more data sets and if they ask to compare the variability in those two or more data sets, and if they have not specified that which measure of dispersion we have to use, we will always use this relative measure of dispersion, which is coefficient of standard deviation. Now generally coefficient of standard deviation is expressed in terms of percentage. So if we multiply coefficient of standard deviation by 100, then whatever coefficient we obtain is known as coefficient of variation, and it is denoted by simply C dot V. That is, coefficient of variation equal to standard deviation divided by mean. This is nothing but coefficient of standard deviation into 100. So coefficient of standard deviation multiplied by 100 is coefficient of variation. So if we are given a problem on comparing the variability in two or more data sets, and if relative measure is not specified, we will always use this relative measure, coefficient of variation, for comparing the variability of two data sets. So in upcoming lectures we will discuss problems on comparing the variability of two or more data sets using these relative measures of dispersion. So I hope you like this. Thank you very much.